Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're jumping into something pretty fascinating. It's called Clouds Barcelona, a global cannabis network that's, well, managed to get this premium international presence, but by staying deliberately out of the spotlight. It's kind of a paradox, right?
It really is. Very intriguing.
Yeah, so we've been digging into sources like Nug Notes, which is great for this kind of insider look to figure out how they built this global thing while keeping it so low-key.
Prioritizing discretion over, big public announcements.
Exactly. So our mission today is really to cut through all that and give you a shortcut, understand the core ideas behind this model, and maybe what it signals for other specialized services.
Right. And what's really key here, I think, is that this privacy thing, it isn't just like a preference. It feels very strategic.
Yeah.
In a market with tricky regulations and public perception issues, this quiet, careful growth lets them build serious trust. And a premium brand without all the usual marketing headaches.
Okay, so let's unpack that. How did they actually pull this off? Let's start at the beginning, the genesis of it all. Clouds Barcelona opened up in 2020. In Barcelona, obviously. And they did it with, zero fanfare. Absolutely no rollout, no press.
Wow. Just straight into it.
Pretty much. Started purely with just a logo and a members-only model. And right from day one, the focus was clear. Access control and consistency.
Grill seems vital.
Yeah, and the design matched that. Minimalist. Think rotating menus, fixed rules, clean layout. It was very deliberately not built for noise. It was built to hold. That phrase really stuck with me.
And looking at the bigger picture, that quiet start, it really does signal a deeper strategy, doesn't it? It's not just a random choice. It's about building something solid, something lasting, something designed to stay intact, rather than just grabbing quick attention or, trying to get famous overnight, especially in this space where trust and reputation are just everything. Starting with substance over immediate hype, that makes a huge difference long term.
Right. That built-to-hold idea in Barcelona seems like it really set the stage for, going global. But taking that model to places like Phuket or Tenerife, they have really different legal scenes, different cultures around cannabis. That must bring its own set of challenges, right? How do they keep things so consistent across such different places?
That's a really good question. And yeah, that's where their operational model is pretty different. Unlike your typical business looking to scale up fast, Clouds Barcelona is described as cloud run.
Cloud run, meaning like centrally managed remotely.
Exactly. Highly centralized. And closed loop, which suggests a really tight, self-contained system for quality, for distribution, from the source right to the member. It's explicitly not built to scale fast. It's built to stay intact.
Okay.
So they're trading off that explosive growth potential for, absolute control and consistency. That's pretty rare for global expansion. Almost counterintuitive, but vital for their brand.
Okay, so sticking with that consistency. If you remember, what do you actually find inside? What's the experience? The Nug Notes source mentioned weekly rotating menus, over 30-plus strains.
Wow, 30-plus strains rotating weekly. That's quite a selection.
Yeah, serious variety. They talk about U.S. exotics, things like zushi and Gary Payton, also local Catalan cuts, house-pressed rosin, even Cali-style pre-rolls.
So a mix of international and local high-end stuff.
Exactly. And this bit is key. Apparently there's no trap shelf or filler, those lower quality products some places might use to pad the menu.
Right, stuff that doesn't really meet the standard.
None of that here. The focus is strictly on clean drops that meet the bar. They've even had official collabs in the past. Big names like Backpack Boyz, Sluggers Worldwide, Faya Farmer.
Interesting partnerships.
Yeah, but it also notes their actual cultivation partners stay unnamed, so there's still discretion there.
Protecting sources, maybe.
Could be, and member reviews. They consistently call the flower top shelf, Cali grade. And maybe unsurprisingly, it says pricing reflects it. So it signals a premium experience all around.
That product strategy fits perfectly with everything else we've talked about. It's like a really carefully curated high-end boutique, right? But for cannabis, quality, consistency, they aren't just buzzwords for them. They're clearly the absolute priority maintained across all these different cities. And the premium price, well, that just reflects that commitment. It's for a specific clientele who gets it and, frankly, expects that level.
Okay, so premium product, consistent global setup. But if it's also discreet, how does anyone actually, get in?
Yeah.
Which brings us to those core pillars. Membership and discretion, getting access. It's strictly by referral or form, no just walking in off the street.
Right, keeping it controlled.
Definitely. And once you apply, there are strict ID checks, a minimum age, no walk-ins is explicit, and importantly, no takeaway.
No takeaway. That reinforces the club or lounge aspect, not just a shop.
Exactly. And the house rules apply across locations. Back to that consistency point again.
Uniformity.
Yeah. And their events are interesting too. They stay sparse, just occasional sets, private tastings, and crucially, no overbooking. They're not trying to pack the place.
Keeping it exclusive, comfortable.
They even did a specific event to the Clouds Mary Jane edition at Revere Südost during the Mary Jane Berlin Expo. That was just back in June 2025.
Okay, so they do some curated events, but carefully chosen ones.
Seems like it. And the overall message is clear. They are never chasing engagement.
Yeah.
It really underlines that commitment to discretion over any kind of public promotion. You can almost imagine, like, stumbling across one of their spots without knowing. You'd probably feel like you found some kind of secret club.
Yeah, you probably would. And look, that definitely limits the mass market appeal, right? But for Clouds Barcelona, that limitation, that is their strength. It's the whole point. Their entire operational model is built to run, as the notes say, quiet, tight, and understood. This discretion isn't just a side effect. It's absolutely central to their brand identity. It's how they manage this private global network without watering down their values or the quality. It builds deep trust and exclusivity with a really loyal, probably high-value group of members.
So as we wrap this up, thinking about this whole model, it really makes you pause and consider the implications, doesn't it? Especially in today's world with specialized services and how people consume things.
It really does. Clouds Barcelona has carved out something genuinely distinct here, a global network that puts discretion, consistency, and top-tier product way ahead of just scaling fast or being loud about it. This unique sort of understated approach, it really poses a question, I think. Could this highly curated members-only style for specialized goods or even services be a kind of blueprint for other industries? You know, industries looking to really prioritize quality, control, and that exclusive feel instead of just chasing mass market appeal in a world that feels increasingly public and noisy.
That's a really provocative thought to end on. Something for all of us and you listening to definitely chew on.